Okay, this is a video about my Bowzon again, level 88. I don't know if I think that's a level up since my last video. So after receiving comments on my last video, I did some thinking about the build, and in particular, there's one guy. Ooh, that's expensive. And yeah, I don't remember his username or anything, but he talked about using Magic Arrow instead of Atmas for killing physical immunes, and that opened up my amulet slot, and it kind of just cracked open the build for me. And I must say, I'm still not totally sure if this build that I'm using now, but I'm committed to it actually, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But I'm actually not totally sure this is altogether better. It's a little bit mixed because the amp damage on Atmas is very powerful, and things depend on your other state of gear, but the state of your other gear, the context you put this in. But the amp damage, it's 5% to cast level 2. Like, that's what this amulet does, this whole piece of equipment. But it's very powerful. It's very powerful to the point where I'm still not sure that this build is better, even though this build has allowed me to get more damage. On average, maybe, I think. I think when amp damage is not cast, this build is doing more damage than that build. But given how often amp damage does cast with a skill like Strafe, I'm still not totally sure. I did a lot of testing, and I've come to feel that this build is just a little bit better in terms of boss killing, and also defensively a little bit better. So let's get into it. Okay, so again it's the Wind Force, but you'll notice I had a shale in here, and I've used one of my best jewels that I've found, and don't laugh, it's a 15 increased attack speed, 18% enhanced damage. That's the best IAS enhanced damage jewel I've ever found, and I've only found a very few of them, and here it is. I put it in the Wind Force, and so I'm pretty sure that's set. That's one of the best jewels I've ever found in Diablo 2. Again, Laying of Hands. Again, War Traps. I did think about switching to Gores, because this build has more, as you can see from the Gaulines. There's a Guillaume. There's some Crushing Blow on this build. But I still think I did some testing on that. I still think War Traps is just a bit better. I still think that. Okay, as I said, again, this now has one of the second best jewels I've ever found in Diablo 2. This is a 15 increased attack speed, 9% enhanced damage. Okay, so not a lot of enhanced damage really, but it's one of the very few increased attack speed enhanced damage jewels I've ever found. I think I found one more at some point and I put it in something, but I honestly don't recall. Maybe I've only found 2 ever. Okay, then I have High Lords. The reason for this is the increased attack speed, the skill, and particularly the light res. I really wanted it for the lightning resistance. Okay. Chains of Honor, as before, you may remember, if you go back, I had a Wire Fleece before, and I had this one on my Zealer, which is kind of stupid. I don't know why I didn't think of this a long time ago, but I switched them, and so this has a lower strength requirement, which saved me some stats, and so I could put more into dex. And so this build has higher dex. Ravenfrost, of course. Razortail, I went back to the Razortail. My old build, my last video, had Andy's Visage and a Nose Coil to make up for the loss of the Atmos Scarab. But now I'm back to the Razortail, so my Pierce is just about 100%. It may be like 98. The max damage, the dex. Nose Coil is good though. Pierce may be slightly... 100% Pierce may be like a little overvalued, I gotta say. a lot of times things pierce and then they hit nothing behind them. You know, that's like a huge amount of the time, I think. But it is good to have. It is good. And then I had this ring, which had lifesteal and light and fire resistance, because I had to cancel out the fire resistance from my Andy's Visage, and I blah 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 blah. That's the way it worked out. I explained in that video. Now I was able to put this ring in, which is a very good ring. One of the better rings I've found. The reason I like it, it has pretty decent attack rating, you know, lifesteal, stats, and light resistance. I gotta say, the stats on this are pretty good, but you should remember that because I'm so heavily invested in dexterity, that 13 to dexterity, I mean, it's nice to have it, but it's not really saving me skills as the strength does. You see? Because I have so much dex over already, I'm so much over the limit. So yeah, but good to have the stats, and yeah, so it's better attack rating than this thing, which has 12 attack rating over here and no stats. So yeah, one of my better rings, and so that's the gear. Skills have changed. I maxed out Magic Arrow. I don't know if you really need to max it out, but I did. Okay? Because this is now how I deal with physical immunes. And it's pretty much my only way of dealing with physical immunes. So I figured, let's max it out. And in addition, I kind of felt like other things to max out were maybe not as, the marginal benefit, not as high as when I need to deal with physical immunes. It's pretty important. Strafe, maxed it. Again, I think it's pretty, I mostly conceive of this as a strafe zone. So, you know, more attack rating, more targets. Yeah, I maxed it, you know? I maxed it. I think Bowzons have a lot of play in the skills, personally. A lot of play. So, you know, if you want to, like, get this to level 18 and then put a couple points elsewhere, you know, that's, you know, you don't have to max it. And then multi-shot, I got up to 20 arrows. That just felt, I don't know. Honestly, what's the difference between 19 and 20? What's the difference between 17 and 20? I don't really know. 20 was a round figure, and I just kind of like the sound of it. Then I put, okay, well, let me go to passives. So, one each in Dodge, Avoid, Evade, which I think are actually good skills at this skill level. Once they start getting a little too high, and it depends on, you know, how you play, blah, 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 but I actually do like these skills to have these on my Bowzon. I've spec'd out of Valkyrie entirely. I've spec'd out. I used to have a level 17 Valkyrie. So pretty much all those points have gone towards Magic Arrow. Valk has you save a lot of skills speccing out of Valk. And, you know, I don't really miss it. I don't really miss it that much. Critical Strike, you know, I kind of just bumped it up to the point where the marginal increase was like just too low. I didn't think it was worth it. Pierce, I got up to 65%, so yeah, I guess that means I have 98% Pierce, and I just didn't want to spend a whole nother skill to get that little 2%, you know? Ugh. Penetrate, I just dumped some points into here to, this is up to you, this is up to you, but with my, as I'll show you, with Enchant, I have like 13k strafe attack rating, so that felt like, I think this is like about 8 points here, 9 points total. So that's how it felt. And then I dumped the rest in the guided arrow, and this is like, if I level again, this is what I'll be dumping points into. It's good single shot, good single target damage, and so that's what I use it for primarily. Multiple shot, by the way, is a pretty awesome skill. Pretty awesome skill. So, you could put more there if you want. I just didn't feel like doing the thing. Like I said, Bowzons have so much play in the skills, and you know, you could do the skills 20 different ways, slightly differently. I mean, it's, you know, I don't know. The difference is so slight that it's not worth doing all the testing for. Personally, for me. I didn't want to bother doing all this kind of experimenting and blah 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 forever and ever. Yeah. I think some people prefer strafe, some people prefer multi-shot. I do use multi-shot actually a lot, but it really depends on the situation. What the fuck? What's going on here? What's going on with that guy? It really depends on the situation. You know, just how the monsters are laid out. If my Merc's Might Aura ever gets going, why do I have so few healing potions? If my Merc's Might Aura ever turns on, I'll actually show you the damage. But the damage is quite good. Ooh, wow, these guys are... Alright, why don't you do something, Merc? Do something. Yeah, do one thing, maybe. Yeah. Oh, there it is, okay. So, my guided arrow damage, max 5.3k with my Merc's Might Aura and Enchant. Strafe 4.1k, and multi-shot almost 3.6, but 3.5k. And that's, if you ask me, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh my god, a set belt. And, well, lots of these guys. Well, I'm not going to record this again. Unfortunately, there seem to have been, of course I'll probably jinx it now, there seem to have been no physical immunes or oh, these guys are tough. These are some of the tougher monsters. No physical immunes or, these are the one things that could kill me sometimes. These Death Lords are like, look how they're like chomping up my Merc. Oh, it's Fate Aura isn't on for some reason. Oh, there's a guy. Oh my god, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. Here, look at this. These guys are just so tough. So much health. They take so little damage. Wow, I'm just pumping. This is why I have so few healing potions. I'm just pumping. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, okay. Those, like I said, those guys are like the toughest things to handle. Sorry, I want this jewel. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They must have like a lot of natural physical resistance, those guys, because they take so little damage. So they're some of the hardest monsters in the game. I also think they're like pretty often not really affected by, for instance, Holy Freeze and things like that. Oh shit, oh shit. Oh, I hit these guys too. Oh my god. Oh jeez. Wow. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah. 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 So we'll see how this goes. It's pretty shit. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm pretty much ready to declare this Bowzon as a finished character now. I mean, you know, you could always improve, but yeah, pretty good, huh? Yeah, it's crap. This wave is one of the harder ones because they tend to kill my Merc. Why is it that Mercs get like totally just murdered by fire damage? Why is that? Has anyone else noticed that? I mean, those things like are so dangerous to my Merc. And like the Diablo like firestorm thing, when I ever do a chaos run, it's really like they really just get murdered by fire damage, and I just don't understand. Yeah. And these guys are a little bit tougher too, just because they have so much health. probably magic arrow this guy. A lot of times, even things with, well, he is immune to physical, but even things that just have stone skin, sometimes it's better to magic arrow, because they have so much physical resistance. Alright, and then Bale. Sometimes, I gotta say, sometimes Bale goes very smooth, sometimes he's a bit of a pain in the ass, so. We'll see how this one goes. And, oh, fuck, well, I know he's a pain in the ass now. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna kill the clone. Oh my god, look at this. Oh my god. And when both of them get on my merc like this, it's just such. Oh my god. My merc's gonna fucking. Alright, sorry. God damn it. This is exactly what can happen. You know, it's one thing when he, like, summons his clone when he's at fucking Bale, dude. It's like. Oh my god. It's one thing when he summons his clone when he's at half life, but like, oh, where'd he go? But like when he has it at full life, it's just like, fuck you. It's such a pain in the ass, you know? It's already not a great boss killer, you know? The Bowzon. But look at that. Look at his health go down, actually. And you'll notice oh, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm just gonna try to kill Bale with this. You'll notice that I actually, when I'm hitting Bale, like my mana and my life steal is pretty good. Indicates some pretty good damage I'm dealing out. Also, I always hit with guided arrow. I don't know, I'm supposed to always hit. I don't think I actually do always hit. Alright, alright. Yeah, okay, so I did spec out a Valk, but sometimes it is nice because my merc does die probably a little bit more often than he used to. But I must say, I do think it's worth it on the whole. Spec out a Valk. And, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this build. You know? I think I finally have a Bowzon that can just handle anything. Oh. Yeah. And, yeah, so I don't want to make this video too long because I've like my last video was about a Bowzon and feel like it's already covered this ground. Charms, I think I changed my charms just the tiniest bit. Some run walk. Oh, I found this charm. Yeah, that was a nice charm to find. Run walk AR charm. If I had a bunch of those, I'd use them. I have these like 100 poison damage ones. Yeah, I don't know why. I keep them. Maybe they're not the best charms, but I like the run walk. Couple life, light res, max. Found a 12. This is maybe one of the 12 max damage charm. I haven't found too many that high. Maybe only this one. And yeah, so that is the build. And I don't anticipate this build changing. You know, a better charm here and there, a better this, a better whatever, but I've used my good jewels. So, and I even personalized the wind force. Look at that, amazing. So, yep, that's the build. My next project, I must say, I'll do a little teaser. Why not? Is I am doing a rares only paladin. Well, I have a gemmed crown, but eventually, because I'm doing a little magic finding, but I'm planning a rares only paladin build. I'm going with the Holy Frost. I thought about making it an Avenger, but right now, that's it. Anyway, and because I have all these like rares that I've found. Actually, not that many, but I have some that I think are kind of nice. So I figured let's make a character, kind of like a concept character, to soak up all those rares. Yeah. That's an upcoming video. Look forward to that. Wait for that. Subscribe. La-di-da-di-do. Poo-poo-poo-poo-poo. See you later.